Hi, I'm Candace, and welcome to Fitness and Harmony's Pilates and Yoga Fusion class. Today we've got a great core strengthening to keep your spine safe class. So join me here down on the mat. We'll start out with our feet out in front of the body. If it's been a while since you've done some exercises, feel free to modify all the little pieces and parts. What we're going to do today is we're going to do a strengthening, moving exercise, and then we're going to do a stretch, like in yoga. So whatever you need to do is what I want you to find yourself doing. Hold on to the sides of the thighs. Inhale. When you exhale, blow out through your mouth. Pull the shoulders down and back. Inhale. When you exhale, blow out through your mouth and pull the shoulders down and back. Now scoop the belly in. Inhale, expand the chest. Exhale, pull the shoulders down, hollow out the core. Inhale. Now this time when you exhale, hollow out the core, but then round the low back. Inhale, sit up straight. Expand the chest. Exhale, hold on, hollow out the abdominals and round back. So inhale up, exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back and hold. Squeeze and hollow out the abdominals. I'm going to keep building on. So this is going to be an exercise where I'm going to give you, let's call them different levels. So you stop and hold where you need to hold and then rejoin us whenever the stretch comes. So stretch the arms if you want forward. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Blow out through the mouth and scoop the belly back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So shoulder blades are still doing that same thing where they're pulling down and back and you're pulling into the core. 2 more times. Beautiful. Inhale. Hold this one back. Levitate one leg and hold. I told you I'm going to keep building on. So you may still be seated upright and be just breathing in and out, and that's good for you today. Hold here. See if you can. Inhale, come up. Exhale, roll back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Ignore the leg. If the leg is too much, ignore that. But I want you to feel stronger and stronger by creating length in the spine. 3 more times. Squeeze the belly in and wrap the side waist around. Hold this one back. Hold, hold, hold. I'm going to encourage you to bring your hands to the floor now so you're not working quite as hard. Now straighten your spine. So I'm leaning about 30 degrees back, but I have my spine straight. From here, extend and bend one leg. Extend and bend. Extend, squeeze the top of the quadricep. So we're working both the abdominals, inner thighs, the hip rope, the flexor, and the quadricep at the same time. Now, many people, when they do this, they say, Candace, this hurts my neck and my shoulders. That's because you're clenching. That's because this is hard. But try to isolate the abdominals in this exercise. 3, lift the low back forward. 2, just like you're in your favorite easy chair. And 1. Let's come all the way up. Remember that leg. You probably already feel it. Walk the sits bones back. Inhale, stretch up. And then exhale to a forward fold. So I was making sure that everything we do is safe for, let's say you're having some back pain. And believe it or not, they do recommend that you do some forward folds. You know, if you've known me, that I typically stay a little bit away from the seated forward fold. So I want you to take special care that as you hinge forward, you're really not stretching the sacroiliac or the sacrolumbar. That's the spaces around the low back, around the rim of the pelvis there. That you're really just stretching the back of the legs. Inhale. Exhale into the stretch. Inhale. Exhale into the stretch. One more time. So every time you exhale, please soak into whatever it is you are doing. Right now, I don't want to say we're relaxing, but we're getting the mind to convince the muscle to soften. All right, so push into the floor and come up. We got to start all over. All right, from the top. Are you ready? Hold on to the legs. Inhale. Exhale. That's it. Inhale. Exhale. Pull the shoulders down and back. That's it. Inhale. This time as you exhale, scoop the belly up. Pull the shoulders down and back. Keep lengthening the back of the neck. Inhale. This time as you exhale, scoop the belly, round the low back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, squeeze back. Inhale up. Exhale back. 2 more times like that. Then I'm going to start adding those things on that you're fully welcome to say, no cherry on top for me, please. I'm good with the basic, just plain original. Hold back this time, then lift the arms. Keep the shoulders pulled onto the back, so there's sort of this looping action. Inhale, come up. Exhale, squeeze back. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, squeeze back. Inhale, up. Exhale, squeeze back. Inhale, up. 2 more times. Keep the neck long, so make sure that your head's not bobbling forward and back. Hold here. Levitate the other leg. Let's see if you can try it. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Inhale, up. Squeeze the core muscles. So if you've been doing this a while, you have very strong abdominal muscles. Almost everyone I've ever talked to has said, well, I don't have very strong abdominal muscles. Yes, you do. 2 more times like this. But what's better is that you have lean and intelligent muscles. Hold back here. Bring your hands behind. Then straighten your spine. And then extend this leg and bend. Extend and bend. So think the muscle. Think how your mind is contracting. The benefits of yoga and Pilates put together, well, they're more than just each of those on their own, right? But the biggest benefit of the two together is balance, that you're getting strength and length along with all those mind-body of stress reduction that we get from, let's say, yoga alone. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way up. Stretch the legs out, widen the legs, walk the hips back. Inhale as you reach up. Exhale to extend back. Inhale up. Exhale to forward fold. When you think about it, we're so lucky that we have this time. So the benefit is that this is self-care, that you feel better. I always like to say, whatever level you're participating in, you're connecting with your body, and that's more than you normally do. You're going up and down the stairs, you're getting the laundry done, you're getting all those things done, making your phone calls, you're ignoring your body. So now inhale, exhale, soak, go slowly into the stretch. Notice I'm still not rounding my back. I could. That's not a bad thing. I'm not telling you should never do that. But don't round your back and pull at the same time. There's just too much stress and strain on the ligaments of the low back, and they need to be stronger, not longer. 1 more breath. So we're going to roll slowly and all the way down. As you're coming down, we're getting ready to come up into bridge pose. I'd like you to articulate the spine. That means that each vertebrae has its place. And then the space between the vertebrae has to stay open. If you've had any of the impingement, degenerative disc, any of those things, boy, oh boy, what you would give for a 0.5 millimeter of space, right? Nerves are really skinny, but once they're pinched, they're pinched. Bring the hands down to the side, tuck the shoulder blades under. So let's try a little bridging. Bring the heels into the hips, lift the tailbone and the bottom portion of the hips off the floor. Now just hold that. So there's like a millimeter between my flesh and the floor here. It doesn't matter how high you are here. Just think about exhaling the spine longer and the hips further towards the heels. So I guess your feet are like pulling. So your spine is lengthening. Keep the head light on the floor. So never ever drive your head into the floor. Another one of those things I get to say that most people don't get to tell people. All right, from here, inhale. Now as you exhale, rock the pelvis backward. Remember that's tailbone up and belly down. So inhale, flatten. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, flatten. Exhale, rock back. Inhale, flatten. Hold, rocked back. Now lift the hips up an inch and hold. Now squeeze the legs together. That was a lot. I want to thank you for sticking with me and putting up with so many directions that I'm giving all at once. Now lift the hips all the way up so that you're flat, board, plane. And then walk your feet close together and lift one leg. Remember, I'm giving you many different levels or things to choose to try. You don't have to do any of these. Now, this foot that's still on the floor, lift its heel up and down. Lift it up and down. Contract the abdominals with all of your might. So I know, because I've taught a very long time, that what we're doing right now is super advanced and super difficult. And I know you're wondering, should I be putting my hips down? Yes, you should be putting your hips down. Nobody's measuring, the distance here. And it's not necessarily a better workout to just do the highest level. 3, 2, and 1. Now come all the way down. Stretch that leg out. Catch this top leg and try pulling it in. Our pattern today is a little Pilates exercise followed by a yoga stretch. So inhale. When you exhale, maybe close your eyes and connect with the muscles that were just working and the muscles that are now stretching. If our philosophy is going to work, that the goal is to balance the body while reducing stress, you have to give your effort and your full attention into those intentions when they're happening. So we're stretching and we're relaxing now. Do that. 3 more slow breaths. Don't work quickly and don't work so hard that you're spoiling the work itself. 1 more breath. And then come down. We'll come back up into that bridging exercise. So remember that leg was just up. Walk your heels in. Yes. Tuck the shoulders under. Press the palms into the floor. Lift the hips a millimeter up off the floor just so that the glutes and the hamstrings are a little active now. Inhale. Exhale, just squeeze the abdominals. That's it. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze like you're wrapping, so many Velcro belts around your waist. Now, inhale. Exhale, rock the pelvis back. Inhale. Let it come back to neutral. Exhale, back. Inhale. Exhale back. What you're doing here is opening up space in the low back. That can be good as long as we're able to open and close that space. Again, we don't want long held stretches that just hold a space in a joint open forever. 2, 1. Hold. Now lift the hips up an inch and hold. Squeeze the leg bones a little bit together and hold. So you're activating all the musculature around the lower waist and the abdominals and the side hips and the inner thighs. Now lift the hips, I'm going to say all the way up until you're a flat plane. Keep the inner thighs squeezing. Don't forget that. Walk your feet together. Lift the other leg up this time. It can be bent, it can be straight, it can do anything. And now it's the foot on the floor. Lift its heel up and down. Lift it up and down. Right about now, if you've tried this with me, and I see that you are, you're squeezing around the side waist and the low back, and that almost happened without your concern. But I want it to happen consciously. Squeeze the side waist, squeeze and knit the ribs together. 4, push the tops of the shoulder blades down. 2, I might have missed 3 there. And 1, come all the way down. Stretch that leg out. Catch this top leg and pull in. Inhale, exhale. Remember, give all of your attention to what it is you are doing. So what you're doing in this practice is learning to heal yourself. There's passive healing, which most of us are used to. We bring our bodies to a professional, and they do that science stuff and tell you what to do. And then we go away and we sort of do what we were told. And then we just kind of hope for the best. Luckily, our bodies are working in our favor almost all of the time, so that usually works. 3 slow breaths. This is active healing. So your mind is in there. It's already opened up its medicine chest. It's already got its prescription. And then just stretch out long. So both legs, both arms reaching. Lift the low back up off the floor. Actively squeeze the low back now so the low back comes a little higher up and off the floor. 2. Then hug both knees into the chest. 2. Okay, we're getting ready to come up. So come up safely. For some people, that's rock to the side and push up. For some, it's like roll like a ball. If you roll like a ball, make sure you stop when you're upright and don't continue rolling across the floor. We're going to try that 4-legged table. Once again, I want to give you the modification where you just hold here or you come back down and do the bridge again. So if you're up and you want to try it, bring the hands underneath the shoulders, maybe spun open, maybe still forward. Both of those work. Walk your feet in towards your hips and try lifting up to this 4-legged table. All right, so maybe my table is bowed down in the middle. That's okay. But maybe I'm able to lift it up higher. This depends on your shoulder, how your shoulders are feeling today. So really acknowledge and honor where the body is today. Try walking one leg out, then the other. Push the heels down and lengthen the spine. So you know plank. This is no plank. It is plank. It's just called a reverse plank. And in Pilates, we have something called the leg pull, which means lift one leg and put it down. Lift the other leg and put it down. Now, I know you're screaming, saying, no, this is not working, Candace. What do we do? Well, you stay down. Stay down. 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hips down. Come back up. Let's separate the feet. Come to that forward fold. So I always like taking an extension first. Yes. And then forward fold down. So much of what we've been doing so far in today's practice has worked the back of the hamstrings and the gluteals. And that supports a healthy back. So that's why we're doing so many forward folds. Inhale. When you exhale, connect whatever transformation has happened. So if this practice is providing you relief from some pain or some imbalance, exhale into that relief. Like, how do I feel now? You are learning how to be in your body. So inhale. Exhale. Disorganize the pains and the sufferings, right? They're holding on, they're connected. So pull that apart. So don't create more pain by going further. What we just did, that reverse plank, that was a huge challenge, and I am aware. 2 more breaths. And then roll up. Come around into hands and knees pose and get ready for cat and cow. So cat-cow, this is where you round and extend. Cat-cow is a good example of an exercise and movement pattern that really crosses boundaries. It's a crossover hit, right? You can get some squeezing and active coordination, the balance of the front and back body, and the shoulders and the neck and the arms and the legs. But it's also just a very good stretch. So go slowly and weave together every muscle fiber that's touched by the slow motion of cat-cow. And as you weave together, you are uniting, yoga and Pilates, which have very much the same principles, into balance. So the mind, the body, the breath, those energy pathways, and hopefully muscles. Muscles are the things that we can see. 2 more times. Come to a flat spine and brace the abdominals. So I'm going to kind of warn you right now, we're going to come up to downward dog and do some things like leg kick. Downward dogs may not be your jam. So press the fingers down. If so, stay right here or try a downward dog. So anytime downward dog seems a little bit too rough, hey, I just thought of that. I know you're laughing. I know you're laughing. Anytime downward dog seems rough, come back down to hands and knees. Extend one leg up and back. And then try twisting that hip open and closed. Open. So this is what's called a loaded exercise, meaning this bottom leg is loaded with the body weight. And so that twist and that hip is a big movement. Keep pushing back. Keep sucking the belly inward. Now hold the hip open, so spin it open. Now kick the leg, bend in and out. You can do something very much like this in hands and knees, so don't feel compelled to do all of these exercises exactly as I'm prescribing them. You take any that you need. Take what you need, leave the rest for someone else. 3 more times. Find the lower belly fibers. Now keep the knee bent. Square the hips back to the front. Hinge forward into plank. Drag the knee into its elbow. Kick that leg back up. Push back into 3-legged downward dog. And then come all the way down to hands and knees. Push back into child's pose and rest. All right, here's our intention for child's pose. To soften everything, let's spend about 20 to 40 seconds. That's about 10 breaths. Our breath in our yoga poses are about 3 seconds in and 3 seconds out. Still, that's much slower than Pilates. Foster this healing environment with each breath. When you go to the gym and you're lifting weights and you're doing your cardio, you're burning about 300 to 400 calories an hour. That's a lot. In a yoga and Pilates session, you're burning about 200 calories an hour. That's not a lot. But you're creating a healing environment. And that is better, in my book, than burning calories. So with each exhale, circulate your breath. Create a healing environment. I know that this is challenging today. 2, 1. So kind of stretch out your neck as you make your way back up to hands and knees. Kind of rock your head and neck side to side. And then either brace and hold in hands and knees or press the fingers down and lift back to downward dog. Pull the shoulders down and onto the back. Extend the other leg up and back. Hold. Really connect and contract the lower belly muscles. Then twist the hip open and closed. Open and closed. I know this is hard. So when we're talking about balance, it's really hard to balance when you're upside down because we use our eyes. So much for balance. 2 more times. Keep pushing backward though. Don't lean into your hands too much. Hold open, hold open, hold open. Now kick the leg. Heel in and out. Heel in. You're doing it. You're doing it. You can be in hands and knees. There's no less than. As long as your mind is in your body, you're doing it. That's all you need to do. Hold the knee bent. Square the hips back to the floor. Look forward, hinge forward into a plank. Drag the knee into its elbow and hold. Straighten that leg up and back. Push back into three-legged downward dog. Now take this same leg and step it forward and through. Let's come to a low lunge. This is where I grab my yoga blocks. All right, so if you're keeping score, let's say you have a little scorecard there, you're going, oh good, this is the yoga part. I'm glad we're back here. We're back into yoga. So press the front knee forward, press the back heel backward. Now unite. The yoga breath has like a vibrating quality, and you're breathing just pretty much through your nose, but it's almost like a whisper in the back of the throat to warm and then circulate the air. Warm and circulate, uniting the fires of, being comfortable and at home and feeling good. Those fires with the presence of feeling the body. So instead of us being kind of at war with our body, so that it's always kind of with us, we're relaxing into it. Now turn the back foot, plant it, and then try straightening the front leg. Hinge forward and down. There's another way to come at this. You could have stood up and straightened the legs, or you could be doing just a forward fold. Okay, so I'm going to owe you a low lunge and a forward fold when we get to the other side. I'm saying that so I remember. Bend the front knee, push off, come up. Come up into warrior, so bend the front knee. Now I really want you to squeeze those leg bones together. Imagine a big yoga ball between the legs and you're really squeezing and pulling inward. So isometrically contract. Inhale, exhale, extend back. Inhale, back up. Exhale, extend up and back. So like there's strings from your pinkies, lifting your pinkies up and then tipping you back. Inhale, up. Exhale, up and back. 2 more times like that. Inhale, up and back. Squeeze the belly inward, upward. Inhale, up. So this time we're going to try lifting off and into warrior 3. So that's inhale up, exhale, hinge forward, inhale, exhale, kind of jump that back foot forward and pause, inhale, exhale, lift the back leg and balance. That's all I'm going to say here. Just balance. Here's a yoga pose that's full of energy. Here's a yoga pose that is about expanding and letting your light, your wind, your energy field expand outward. So get a little bit longer now. 2 breaths. Then come up into Tadasana or mountain pose. So that is just bringing, does this count as our yoga part? No. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Step back to that downward dog or hands and knees. So downward dog or hands and knees. Now step the other leg forward and through. Do you remember which? We just did it. Hopefully you remember. Don't worry. If you make that mistake once, that's okay. It's okay. It's okay if you make that mistake. I don't know which leg to do. Knee forward, heel back. Expand. As we expand, we unite. That's kind of the tenet of yoga. Unlock the tops of the shoulders. Sustain your attention to how the legs are moving essentially apart from each other. Unlock the jaw. Now turn the back leg so that the foot is flat on the floor and that's a little bit out at a diagonal. Then try straightening the front leg. See if you can. Kind of fold, hang over. Rock the pelvis back. It's a really subtle thing. We tend to be sort of forward. Rock the pelvis back so your legs get longer and longer. Plant the seed that I am healing and that I'm learning to heal. 2 more breaths. Then bend this front knee, push off it and come up. Come into warrior 1, that is bend the front knee, turn the hips to the front, stretch the arms up, but don't focus on the arms. Pull the shoulders down. Inhale. As you exhale, lift up and extend back. Inhale up, exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Use and train the abdominal muscles here to breathe you like a big bellows. Squeeze all that air out. One more time. Okay, so this time, inhale out. Come into that warrior 3. Exhale forward. Inhale. Exhale, jump this back leg and hold. Find that balance. Inhale. Exhale, lift the back leg up and hold. So wherever you are, wherever you're floating here, take up more space. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Good. Good work. Keep going. If you fall, fall slowly. Move smoothly. Consciously, conscientiously stay with this. 2 more breaths. Come all the way up into Tadasana, mountain pose, where both feet are down. You did it. Bring the hands together. Inhale and circle up. Exhale, extend up and back. Inhale up. Sit into chair pose. Push the hips back. A little heavy on the yoga to finish this out. Who doesn't love yoga? Inhale all the way up. Exhale to forward fold. So big swan dive. Empty out all that negative energy. All right, let's come all the way down. So you can bend the knees and sit. Or you can come through like a hands and knees lunge. Come all the way down to the back. Hug one knee into the chest. Stretch the other leg out. This knee that you're holding, push it across the body, letting the hip kind of start to rise off the floor. Take a breath in and a long breath out. Then take this knee out to the side. Use your hand to push the knee open. All the way, all the way, all the way. Keep your other hand on the opposite hip to press it down so you're like opening a book or pushing. You remember a book. Inhale. Exhale. Let's do it again. Take the knee across. The opposite hand is helping. Spin the back this time like you're going a little further. Inhale. Exhale. And then the other way. So take the leg open. Open up that book. Remember the 2 sides. Press down. Inhale. Exhale. Release that knee down. Let's try the other one. Pull the knee into the chest. Take 2 or 3 breaths, like you're just settling your mind into the space, the field of your body, which is a healing environment. Like I said, if you passively bring your body to someone else to heal, they put it in a healing environment. They're alleviating your symptoms. Take this knee across. Maybe push, feel that hip stretch. Take a deep breath in. Good. Exhale. And then take that same knee open. Use your hand to press the knee out and down. Other hand presses and holds the hips down. Inhale. Use your mind to open up the body. Switch, so knee across. Maybe spin a little further this time. Inhale. Survey the body. So the exhale is cueing your body to soften where it can. Other way, knee out. Press down. Inhale. All the way, exhale. Slowly bring both knees into the chest. Now inhale into the low back. Exhale. Sustain your attention to healing the body. We did a really challenging work today. And so there's a lot of places in your body now that are reeling, that have transformed, that have changed the way fundamentally the muscles are interacting with each other and the joint they're supporting. And then move all the way into Shavasana. So let the body become a flat stick. So with nothing being held up with muscular tension, soak down. I invite you to release and become comfortable. Dismantle. Dissolve. Whatever you've been working on. All of your attention now spreads out. Enjoy this stage. Give yourself space to spread out. Feel the beginnings of a gentle transformation happening. Pause your active mind to naturally expand and unfold. Without requiring anything. Without organizing any list, just be happy. Honor that everything that you need is available to you. As your body relaxes, you now feel the balance. The pressures from the inside, the pressures from the outside. Sustain a healthy balance of life. Just like the natural world, taking in water and air and light. And there is a relationship between every organism. And you are an important part of this organism. Begin to breathe your belly. Let your belly expand with your in-breath and let it drop with your out-breath. Good. Now take a deep breath in so that your belly, your lungs, your ribs, and even your shoulders now fill up. Then just let it go. Enjoy this process that your body has learned to heal. You are not alone. You are part of a living organism. So as you breathe, the universe breathes. And as you nurture yourself, the universe is nurtured. Your gifts are to be shared. I invite you to move to your side. And move all the way back up to an easy pose. Inhale and stretch up. Exhale and lean over. Take your time, come back up. Exhale, lean over. Beautiful. Inhale up. And exhale. You're all done. Thank you so much. I enjoy our time here together. Very good work today, everyone.